full time from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and it's finished Spurs 3, Atletico Madrid 2. We've won on the night, but unfortunately, Tottenham's road in the Champions League comes to an end. It is Atletico who go through, and Atletico will be facing Barcelona for a semi-final against either Sporting or Arsenal for a spot then against PSG, Liverpool, Real Madrid or Bayern in the final in Budapest. But obviously it's a little bit disappointing that Spurs are out of the Champions League. But at the same time, you could probably argue that it's a good thing that Tottenham have been knocked out of the Champions League. It gives now an opportunity to focus more on the Premier League and just to not get relegated, really. However, I do think, I think the last two games, Jason Cundy has said it a lot on the sports bar recently, when mocking Jamie O'Hara, saying, oh, encouraging signs, encouraging signs. But if you look at the last two games, there are actually encouraging signs being shown at Tottenham at the moment. The Liverpool game on the weekend, there was a lot. It was a lot of encouraging signs. Players played well, and it was a good performance. And even tonight, we actually played really well. I thought we absolutely were all over Atletico Madrid for most of that game. And even when Atletico scored to get back into the game to make it 1-1 and then 2-2, the players, their heads didn't drop. They kept on going. They kept on believing. And of course, eventually we got that penalty right at the end, which Xavi Simons scored to win us the game 3-2. But, these last two games have been very positive for Tottenham, and we've got an absolutely massive game on Sunday against Nottingham Forest, a relegation dogfight at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And if we can win that game, then that would put us in a really, really strong position. With I think after the Forest game, there'd be 7 games left, I think. So but I mean, talking about tonight, like I said, I thought we were all over Atletico tonight. I thought we played really well. And like I said, there's a lot of encouraging signs to take away from that game going into the Forest game on the weekend. And there's 2 players tonight, in my opinion, who I thought were absolutely outstanding. Archie Gray and Xavi Simons. Archie Gray, by the way, what a performance from him. He was absolutely fantastic tonight. Brilliant from him. And Xavi Simons, fantastic. I mean, Xavi Simons seems to do a lot better in Europe than he does in the Premier League, but hopefully he does adapt to the Premier League, and hopefully he can become a better player in the Premier League. But them two tonight were just absolutely brilliant. I mean, I thought the team overall gave it a really good go tonight. No one was expecting us, to nearly pull it back. We were only 2 goals away from taking it to extra time. So the team as a whole actually did really well. They dug in. They showed a lot of grit. They showed a lot of determination. And that is what Tottenham need now from now into the end of the season. Show that fight. Show that passion. Show that grit. Show that hunger. Show that determination that we want to stay in the Premier League. And these players have got to show now that they want to stay in this league. And I think the last 2 games, like I said, I think signs are going in the right direction. That Liverpool game on the weekend, they didn't give up, and we got a point. Tonight, like I said, even when they brought it back to 1-1 and 2-2, we didn't give up. We kept on going to try and take the lead again, and we've got to keep on doing that from now into the end of the season. They've got to believe in each other, and if we keep playing the way we're playing at the moment, and we keep having that mentality, really, that yes, we can do this, then why can't Tottenham stay up? Why can't we stay up? And I'll tell you what, that game on Sunday against Forest is absolutely massive. And from that game into the end of the season, every game Tottenham have got left is a cup final. You go into that game, you go into every game for the remainder of the season like it's a cup final, because look where we are on the table at the moment. We're too big of a football club to go down. And I just think recently the performance that Tottenham have put in are looking good. They're looking very good. And I feel like if we beat Forest, that'll be a massive win. and it'll be a huge, huge step in the right direction, and hopefully it'd be a bit. Hopefully, more Spurs fans will have a bit more belief that this team can stay up, because I think the last two performances I've grown a little bit more belief that we won't go down, but we'll have to see what happens from now into the end of the season. But yeah, a good win on the night. Obviously, out of the Champions League, which is a bit disappointing. Obviously, I mean, it's always disappointing when you get knocked out of the Champions League, but it's probably the best really that we're out of the Champions League, to be honest. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Smash a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on Sunday. Coin Spurs.